Hello everyone, I'm back with Rishabh's travelogue part 3. So I begin his tour to Bangkok and Pattaya July 2015. Ruplu grew up to be tall and handsome, nearing the height of his elder brother. Except for the limp adjusted by the in and out soles, he was doing well. It was his 4th year after the treatment that had started in 2011. We were very happy as the disease did not flare up and everything was going smooth. Paplu was at home for summer break and we planned for a trip to Bangkok and Pattaya. It was our first foreign tour and with great excitement we brought smart and comfortable outfits and packed them in separate trolleys for each. My young heroes did a makeover with facial and hair dyed, following their mother's way. Indeed, they were in style just right for Thailand. 19/7/2015. We went from Guwahati to Kolkata. 20th/7/2015 from Kolkata to Bangkok by Indigo flight. Bangkok, which lies in the Chao Phraya River Delta, is the capital of Thailand. It is known for its ornate shrines and vibrant street lives. It is an international hub for business, transport, healthcare, tourism, art, fashion, and entertainment. When we reached Suvarnabhumi International Airport, our eyes roved not to miss a glimpse of it. Cameras captured its beauty to treasure memories. Bangkok Flashback. We were tense till the immigration check was completed and the visa on arrival granted. Once it was done, our thrill increased as we traversed through the jubilant and busy metropolis. The trendiest hotels, sky-risers, flyovers and big brand cars fascinated Paplu and Ruplu. Bhaskar had booked a very beautiful hotel, the Prince Palace Hotel in Damrongsak Road in Old Bangkok. It comprises of 4 towers with 32 floors each. The cab driver was a friendly lad. He was well versed in English and answered our queries and taught us the Thai greeting words Sawas di krab, hello to a male person, and Sawas di ka, hello to a female. I would not have remembered these words, but Paplu Ruplu kept uttering them in the soft sweet tone and got immense pleasure by doing so. We reached the hotel and I could not stop myself from clicking a particular photo in which Ruplu completely bends his head backwards to gaze at the sky-rising structure of Prince Palace Hotel. He looked so cute and innocent, like a village boy visiting a high-end city for the first time. Soon it was dark. The night view was amazing from the suite balcony. Ruplu and I quickly freshened up and he pulled me towards the poolside. Foreigners all around, some bathing in the pool, some chilling in the pool bar while others enjoying the Thai dishes. We took a table by the side of the pool and a little later Paplu and Bhaskar joined us. We were so delighted and enthralled with the extravaganza around that even after the day's journey we were fresh and boosted to cherish the Thai cuisine. For breakfast we had duck noodles and Thai fried rice, khao pad. We then set out for the floating market over the klongs, the canals. The klongs were spawned by the Chao Phraya, the Thai Chin and the Mak Klong rivers. The floating market has the authenticity and charm of local markets on long-tailed boats that showcase age-old tradition amidst the modern world. These are places of great tourist attraction where one can shop from boat to boat and enjoy dishes cooked on those tiny boats. The floating market was really fun, a memorable experience indeed. Ruplu sat alone in the bow of the boat, the front portion, to get a full view as the boat sailed across the Klong. The boatman sat behind him, Bhaskar and I in the middle, and Paplu on the back of the pleasure craft. As the boat increased its speed, serpenting through the green water with thick bushes on both sides, it splashed the stinky water all over our face and clothes. Our yells echoed, excitement grew, and happiness knew no bounds. Ruplu enjoyed every bit of the thrill, and Paplu captured our happy moments. The boat slowed down in certain places to show us the market and in case we wanted to purchase some fresh stuff. It halted in front of a huge market built permanently over wooden planks, from where I bought a black terracotta showpiece of Lord Ganesha and a wooden boat with its beautiful Thai salesgirl and her market of fresh fruits and vegetables. On one side of the market was a beautiful Buddhist temple that too floated in the water. We offered our prayers and both brothers posed for a click with coke in their hands. Our lunch consisted of exotic mouth-watering noodle soup, pad thai, kanom jin, cold rice vermicelli for just 20 to 30 baht, all cooked in another boat. We then visited the dazzling and spectacular Grand Palace, the home and the royal court of the Thai kings of Siam for 150 years. Within the palace is the Wat Phra Kew, or the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, carved into a 60-centimeter tall block of jade. Located just next to the palace is Wat Pho, or the Temple of Reclining Buddha. I was shocked to see this huge gold-plated structure of Lord Buddha, 15 meters high, 43 meters long, bearing 4 meters long feet, encrusted with exquisite mother-of-pearl decorations. As we wide of this relaxed and sleeping Buddha, we felt blessed. Back to the hotel, we observed the hotel staff offering prayers and timely meals to a large-size portrait. On enquiry, we came to know that it was the photograph of the ailing king, Bhumibol, who reigned for 70 years from 1946 to 2016. Unfortunately, the king passed away on 13th of October 2016 when there was a year-long mourning in Thailand. On the third day of our stay in Bangkok, we visited the Sea Life Bangkok Ocean World, formerly known as Siam Ocean World. It is the largest underground aquarium in Southeast Asia, covering 10,000 square meters with hundreds of aqua life. It is located 2 stories underneath the glitzy Siam Paragon shopping mall. We were dazzled at the sight of water creatures from various depths and aquatic regions from across the globe. Huge sharks dived and swam above our heads with just a glass barrier separating them from us. A Pacific giant red octopus lay still and curled up while it was asleep. We touched it without fear over the glass wall, but suddenly it awoke and moved its creepy appendages. We yelled out of fear and moved apart. One can greet or fear the deadliest predators, sharks and stingrays. The bizarre-looking striped frogfish, garden eel, gigantic spider crab, and batfish gave us goosebumps. There are pictures of Paplu and Ruplu posing with a huge orange spider crab and pictures of Ruplu gazing at the sharks and fishes. The rest of the exhibits were comparatively unprovoking, though the sights of starfish, jellyfish, catfish were exhilarating and memorable. I am thankful to the Lord for giving Ruplu a lifetime experience of the ocean world. The sight of the ever wonderful penguins on the iceland was another memorable attraction for us. Shopping at the Bombay Tower included Ruplu's Thai trolley bag and a white t-shirt with Thailand written on it and few other stuff. The 2 hours White Orchid dinner cruising in the Shawfryer River had 2 main fascinations: the gorgeously illuminated Temple of Dawn, the Grand Palace, and the formal feast on a variety of Thai and international dishes. We dressed in our best formal outfits, and as we lined up in the River City Pier to the waterfront to board the luxurious cruise, we were greeted by a troupe of glamorous Thai dancers with their folk music and dance. Their elegance and gracefulness enchanted us. Young and beautifully dressed lady volunteers checked our boarding passes and put a flower and white orchid badge on shirt pockets and dresses as an identity of the cruise passengers. We boarded the cruise, and the sight of the beautiful layout of the buffet and stunning people already seated mesmerized us. Ruplu eyed the delicacies and said, "Aji dobabo lagibo, iman tasty khana. Today I will dig all, such a tasty food." And yes, he did cherish the dishes. We took a table in the middle row and presented our best etiquette. Mocktail and some starters were served, but Ruplu did not like the mixed fruit juice, and I remember his discernible facial expression, but he munched and enjoyed the chicken and pork fries. I was desperate to taste the octopus, and my God, I gobbled the whole of it. No fear of the octopus getting choked in my throat. Now I feel so weird thinking about it. And Ruplu did not like the squid, but he loved the pomfret, the shrimps, and the prawns. Thai and continental desserts added flavor to our taste buds, and the very next moment we are atop on the deck, enthralled but confused whether to listen, whether to see, or to rock to the live bands. As the cruise sailed gently under the bridges and along the river banks, the rock numbers echoed on one end, and classical ballet dancers stepped the floor gracefully on the other, and we enjoyed the magnificent view of the brightly illuminated Bangkok skyline, pompously lighted Grand Palace, and Wat Arun, a Buddhist temple of 17th century. Soon 2 hours of cruising ended, but it was difficult to bring down Ruplu from the deck atop. He wanted to continue with another ride. On the 5th and the last day we headed to Pattaya. Ruplu, the water lover, longed for the beach and enjoyed the 2 hours drive to Pattaya. The beach is a 4-kilometer crescent of coastline, home of sea adventures, speedboats, parasail, jet ski rides, and floating restaurants. At its end is a hillock on which the word Pattaya is beautifully carved. It was like some extravagant seaside boulevard. Bhaskar relaxed on the shady bench and kept an eye on our belongings. Paplu, Ruplu and I rushed to the water to chill and have fun. There is no fun greater than the splashing in the sea water. As both brothers tried their swimming skills, I took several photographs. One enchanting capture where Paplu holds Ruplu from the back and Ruplu's mouth wide open as if expressing his joy in the water and saying "Woo!" Our exhilarating trip ended and we carried home everlasting memories. Tour to Shimla and Manali, December 2015. We toured Shimla and Manali with Pompey, Puttu and Lola, and our excitement were in full gear since the day we planned for the trip. Shimla, the capital and largest city of Himachal Pradesh, is set amidst beautiful hills and mystical woods with rich colonial architecture, churches and temples. 28/12/2015. We travelled by flight from Guwahati to Delhi, Delhi to Chandigarh by Shatabdi Express. 29/12/2015. From Chandigarh we hired a Travera. Travelling in a group by road is real fun, halting in places for refreshment, the twists and hairpin turns uphill, the blind corners, majestic greeneries and scenic beauty, and Pompey Ruplu's humour all added to the fun-filled journey. We reached Shimla by noon. Paplu, who already had been there from Hamirpur, made all the plans and was our tour guide. He first guided us to the Mall Road, the main shopping street of Shimla, with bars and restaurants, clubs and the gated theatre. As the cab traversed up and on reaching the Mall Road, we could see crowded houses structured on small hills glittering with a golden hue due to the reflection of the setting sun. From the Mall Road one can experience a beautiful view of lush green hills and mountains of the Himalayan range. The aura and vibes left us awestruck. We strolled along admiring nature's beauty on one side and the buzz of city life on the other. The ridge is a wide open street on the side of the Mall Road where loud music and the glitz of Shimla Carnival attracted us and made us rock to the pop and jazz music. So much of walking and fun made Ruplu and Lola quite exhausted. They were hungry too and could not wait any longer but to snack and relax. We were fascinated by the cone pizza, our first experience of tasting it. From the cafe we could view the spectacular illumination of Christ Church on the ridge. It stands out as a prominent landmark and its silhouette is visible for many kilometers around the vicinity of Shimla. To the east of the ridge we could see a huge orange-coloured Sri Hanuman statue towering above the deodars on a hilltop. It showered its blessings from above and protected everyone below. It was indeed a splendid panoramic view. For some time all of us got engaged in shopping. I bought a pair of brown Eskimo boots which Ruplu motivated me to do so. He always wanted his mom to be stylish and smart. Later in the hotel, Paplu had a pleasant surprise for Bhaskar and me. He bought a black forest cake for us to celebrate our 24th marriage anniversary, which was due on 21st January. Paplu came up with such a beautiful gesture as he would return to the hostel before the 21st. 30/12/2015. Following morning we visited the Chaku Temple located on the highest peak of Shimla. We travelled uphill admiring God's creations, but in some hairpin turns and blind corners our hearts stopped and even pounded a while and we all yelled. Our vehicle nearly collided with the cars coming downhill. On reaching, I realized it was the same orange Hanumanji we saw the previous day from Mall Road. We were given a stick each by the vendors who alerted us of the monkey menace and asked us to open our spectacles and keep them safe in our bags. We opened our spectacles but wore them to experience the beautiful landscape and to get a good view of the huge statue of the Lord. As we quickly posed for a group photo, a naughty monkey sat on Paplu's shoulder and grabbed his spectacles in mere seconds. It ran with it and climbed on a rooftop. How do we get it back? We tried all foodstuff, chips, cookies, but in vain. It sat silently with the visual aid. I thought it would only get attracted to a big packet of chips, so I threw it up, but it fell to the ground. Immediately the greedy monkey dropped the pair of spectacles and picked up the pack of chips. Quite an adventure. Maybe the monkeys learned the trick to snatch away the valuable visuals in favor of the food they got. Our next visit was the Khufri Hill station, 20 kilometers from Shimla, at a height of 2,720 meters. The Khufri Fun Campus is an amusement park to enjoy yak rides, horse rides, go-karting, horse riding to the Mahasu Peak. The highest point in Khufri was like taking part in the TV reality show Fear Factor. It was a fearful and enthralling experience both uphill and downhill. We were quite tensed and I kept an eye on Ruplu and Lola who were in front of me in their horses. Some areas were rugged with boulders and some were slippery and swampy. We feared the kicks and bumps from the co-riders as the track was narrow. I was scared lest Ruplu might fall with his prosthesis and its consequences were simply unimaginable. However, his spirit and vigor took him higher and higher to the peak. As tourists enjoy their rides, the horsemen make their livelihood even in the bone-chilling winter. Keep aside the fear factor, I captured several photographs. In some pictures, Ruplu in a blue and white striped jacket leans on one side of the horse, struggling to balance with his ride uphill. Bhaskar and Puttu take a different track amidst oaks and pines, like Mexican cowboys galloping to their destiny. A big sigh of relief on reaching the peak, and the very next moment we were cherishing the panoramic landscape of the mountain ranges like it was right out of a movie. The horse ride downhill was even more dangerous, but the well-trained horses maneuvered their way safely, and God was with us too. So that was Ruplu's travelogue. I end here for today and meet you in the next chapter, and that is the continuation of his travelogue, his trip to Shimla, Manali. So that will be in the next chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay fit, take care.